Question 14. The graph shows the speed of a train during the first 60 seconds of motion. So here's the graph. So we have speed and time, which shows basically that this isn't a velocity graph or an acceleration graph. So part A, what is the speed of the train after 9 seconds? So this is fairly straightforward. You would draw a line up from 9 seconds here to the graph, and you draw it across, which gives you roughly 12. So the answer is 12 meters per second. Okay. Part B, what does a straight line suggest about the speed of the train over the first 15 seconds? This is fairly straightforward again. So when we have a straight horizontal line on this type of graph, it basically shows that there's constant acceleration. So the answer is the train has a constant acceleration. Okay. Now the final question, it says work out the average speed of the train in meters per second during the first 60 seconds. So this one's a bit involved. It's a 5-mark question, but fairly straightforward. What we first need to do is find the distance. To find a distance, you just have to find the area of this shape. And there's 2 ways to do this. If you know, or if you remember the area of a trapezium, you can just use that equation to work out the area of the shape quite quickly. Otherwise, you can split this shape up into shapes you do know the area of. Say for example, you forgot the equation for the area of a trapezium. You can split this shape into 3 shapes that you should know the area of and do that. So I'll do that. So this trapezium can be split into 2 triangles and 1 rectangle. And all you need to do now is find the areas of each of these shapes and then add them together. So the area of the first triangle is 15 multiplied by 20 and then divide that by 2. 15 times 20 is 300 and 300 divided by 2 is 150. So that's 150 meters for this distance here. Okay. The second shape is a rectangle, 35 times 20. Okay. So 35 times 20, 700. So this is 700 meters for this distance in here. And then the final one is another triangle. So you do 20 times 10 divided by 2. 20 times 10 is 200. Then divide that by 2 is 100. So it's 100 meters for this distance. So you want to add all those distances up together. So 700 plus 150 plus 100. That gives you 950 meters. So they're asking you to find average speeds during the first 60 seconds or during 60 seconds. So you should know that speed equals distance divided by time. So speed equals the distance, which is 950, divided by the time, 60 seconds, which should give you 15.83 meters per second.